Hi, I'm Phyllis, southernfrugal.com. I got a recipe that was left in one of the comments on one of the videos I did recently. And I'm going to put it in the description of this video, but it's a recipe for tea cakes. Now, I have made many tea cakes in the last many months, and Mr.Bucky always says, no, that's not exactly right. It's good, but it's not like my grandmother made. So anyway, this is the first one I have received, I think, that specifically said to use white lily self-rising flour. And I thought it was very interesting because on the back of, this is it, white lily self-rising flour, on the back of it, it says since 1883. So Miss Patty Miles' great-grandmother could have definitely used this flour. So it calls for 1½ cups of sugar, 1 cup of butter, which would be 2 sticks softened, and 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2½ cups of the white lily self-rising flour. And she said this recipe has been handed down from her great-great-grandmother. So, and she lived in Tennessee. So anyway, I thought I would give it a try. And she also said to just dump everything in the bowl at one time and mix it with your hands. So let me cut on a light here. That doesn't help much. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. So you mix it all up with your hands, and then you form it into little balls and bake it at 350 degrees until the outside little edge of the little tea cake gets a little brown or a little golden colored. So I've already got my oven preheated, so we're going to do this. All right. Let me move y'all a little bit closer. There. All right. And I also think that these, I know they're going to turn out good. I think they would go well with some of the Jello concoctions, we'll call it, that I have been making recently. And the reason I've been making them is because Mr.Bucky has decided he likes the Jello better than he does ice cream. And so I'm all for that. All right, so I've got my 2 sticks of butter, which would be 1 cup. And it is soft, and I cut it up into little bitty squares so it gets softened pretty quick. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract to that. And this is the type that comes from Aldi, and it's much cheaper than it is in Walmart. All right, so for that I'm going to go ahead and add my egg too, 1 egg. And of course, it's a large egg because that's what I had. Then I'm going to dump the sugar in. That's 1½ cups of just regular white sugar. Got that. And then I'm going to add 2½ cups of white lily self-rising flour. Just dump that in. I've made a lot of the recipes y'all have sent, but I've never made one where everything just got dumped in at one time. So I've got my little plastic glove on. I'm just going to mix that up with my hands. Just squish it up. Now that butter, it is, it softened at room temperature. And it is the summertime now, so it gets soft a lot faster. Just work all that flour in. And so Miss Patty said that as soon as it all leaves the side of the bowl, you know it's ready, and you form it into little balls and go ahead and bake it. So this is coming together fairly easily. Yeah, you definitely would have to have the butter softened in order for this to work, I think. All right, I would say that's about right. Now I got to get that off my gloved hand. That was pretty quick. All right, let me take that glove off now. All right, I'm going to get my pan and we'll be right back. All right, now she didn't say anything about chilling it or anything, but I thought I might need a little more flour on my hands or whatever, or to just sprinkle on it and just form little balls. So I'm just rolling them up in little balls. She said this would make 2 dozen cookies. So I'm making mine, I don't know, about the size of a walnut. I am able to roll them up. A little flour on my hand. Just picking them out. Like that. I'm going to try to get 8 on this little cookie sheet here. And I am using my old cookie sheet just because the other pans, those pans that are stainless steel are thicker and the cookies don't cook as fast. So I was going to give this recipe every chance to work. All right, so these are going to go in the oven, 350 degrees until they get a little bit brown on the edges, and I did use parchment paper. All right, y'all, if I can find a clean finger, I'm going to cut this off and we'll be back when these get done. All right, I cooked the little tea cakes exactly 15 minutes in my oven at 350 degrees, so they smell really good. Let me let you have a look at them. I'm going to let them cool on the cookie sheet for just a couple of minutes. And a couple of them are together, so while they're still hot, I'm just going to lightly separate them here, like that. All right, there's what they look like. So I'm going to take them out and put them on a little cooling rack. And I'm also, I have got my batter in the refrigerator, just, I don't know, that's what we usually do with cookies. And I'm going to go ahead and cook the next batch. They'll be cold or a little cooler than when I put these in the oven, so they might turn out a little bit different. We'll be back. Mr. Bucky's going to give them a taste. Well, what do you think? Anywhere close to your grandmother's?
Close.
But hers were thicker than that?
Yeah, kind of rounded.
How about the taste?
Very
close?
They're very, very close.
All right, y'all. We're going to cook them when they're cold this time, and I think they'll be up a little higher. We'll be back. All right, so me and Mr. Bucky both had 2 of these little tea cakes. They are delicious, very buttery, and I might add, when you're making them, you might want to make sure you use pure vanilla. Yeah, I think that makes a difference. Anyway, excuse me, what he said was that they actually taste better than his grandmother's. He called his grandmother, she's passed on now, Mama Stokes. So as he was eating the second cookie, he did this. Mama Stokes, please forgive me, but these are better than yours. He said that. All right, I'm going to cook the next batch and we'll let y'all see what they look like. These have cooled in the refrigerator a little bit, so we'll be back. All right, here's the next group of the little tea cakes. They're a little bit taller than the others, so for my last batch, or my second to last batch, I'm going to let them get good and cold in the refrigerator before I cook them. But anyway, you see that we only have 2 left of the first batch. Yeah. All right, y'all. I don't want this video to be too long. So anyway, Mr. Bucky says these are keepers. So I'm going to actually tape this in my little book that I keep of super favorite recipes. So they taste really good. I would again encourage you to use the pure vanilla extract because you can really smell it when they're cooking. It smells great. All right, we will see y'all next time. Bye for now.